Okay, so I want to take a brief few minutes to go over how to identify nouns in a sentence with this video. So by the end of this video, my goal is for you to be able to find nouns in a sentence. Before I show you how to do that, I want to take a few seconds to talk about why we're learning about nouns. We're learning about nouns for two reasons. The first reason is because in order to have a complete sentence, we need a subject and a predicate. And a subject can take the form of two types of speech. A subject can either be a noun or it can be a pronoun. So that's why we learn about nouns. Another reason we learn about nouns is because we want to improve our sentences by using specific nouns. And in order to think about that, we need to know what a noun is and be able to find a noun and be able to use nouns correctly. All right, so with that being said, there's a few ways that we can figure out what a noun is in a sentence. First of all, nouns usually answer the question who or what. Another way we can figure out what a noun is, and this is probably the way that everybody has heard before, is by thinking about the definition. The definition of a noun is it names a person, place, thing, or idea. So if we take a look at some examples here, we have James and a girl. Of course, those are people. Notice how James is capitalized. James is actually a proper noun. We'll talk more about those in a few weeks. Girl is just a regular common noun. We also have Dallas, friendship. Dallas is a proper noun. It's a place. It's capitalized because it's proper. Friendship. I want to take a second to talk about friendship. Friendship is actually an idea. Friendship is an idea because an idea noun, or also called an abstract noun, you can't feel, you can't touch, you can't see, you can't hear. All right, we're going to work with abstract nouns a lot more in a few other lessons, but let's take a look at a couple other examples of idea nouns. Sad is an idea noun. Notice how we can't feel it, we can't touch it, we can't see it, we can't hear it. That's an idea noun. It's an abstract noun. A few other examples. We have pencil, apple. Those are things. All right, so speaking of abstract nouns, here are a list, this is just a few of them. There's a lot more of these, but this is a list of nouns that are abstract. We can't see them, we can't feel them, we can't touch them, and we can't hear them. So let's take a look at a few words here, and we're going to categorize them. If it is a noun, it's going to stick to the board. If it's not, it's going to go away. So let's take a look at April. April is a proper noun because it's capitalized. April is actually an idea noun. We can't feel it, we can't touch it, we can't see it, and we can't hear it. But it's still a noun, so it's on the green. Dog, well, of course, dog's a noun. That is a thing. Eat. Eat is an action. We can do it. That's not a noun, that's a verb. Pretty. Now, pretty, this is a tricky word. This can take two forms. If I say the car was pretty, that's an idea. That's a noun. If I say the pretty flower waved in the wind, pretty is describing flower there, so pretty is an adverb, or adjective, sorry. We're going to pretend it's an adjective. Again, this could be either one. It's going to go away. But it could also be a noun if it's an idea noun. Apple. The apple, of course, is a thing. It's going to stick to the board. Run. Run is an action. Run is a verb. Flower is a noun. It's going to stick to the board. He. This one here is tricky. Some people think he is a noun because it's a person. He is technically a pronoun. And we're going to learn about pronouns in a couple of weeks. Pronouns take the place of a noun. So he is not a noun, it's a pronoun, it's going to go away. Bus, of course, is a thing, it's going to stick to the board. And Maria is a proper noun, it's a person, it sticks to the board. So, as I said, don't let pronouns fool you. I want to take a look at a list of pronouns. There's many more than just these. Notice how we have he, she, they, we, it, my, we. I mean, they're all pronouns. They take the place of a noun. Just don't let these fool you. I try to use sentences that don't have a lot of pronouns in there because I don't want that to trick you. But you just have to keep that in mind. Okay, with that being said, let's take a look at a few examples on the worksheet that you completed earlier. And I want to go over what the nouns are in each sentence. Now, the trick is, when I'm reading these sentences, is each word, I'm looking at each word and I'm asking myself, is this a person, place, thing, or idea? Let's take a look. So we have Sumatra is a large island in Indonesia. First of all, we're using our context clues here. I don't know what Sumatra is, but when I say it is a large island in Indonesia, I know that it is an island. An island is a place, so Sumatra must be a proper noun, it must be a specific place. That's a noun. Is that a person, place, or thing? No. A, is that a person, place, or thing? No. Large, is that a person, place, thing, or idea? Large could be an idea. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. Large is describing island. Island's a place. If a word describes a noun, it's an adjective. So we kind of got to think about our fifth grade parts of speech lessons a little bit here. In, person, place, or thing? No. Indonesia, person, place, or thing? Yeah, that's a place. That's a noun. Notice I'm looking at each word, trying to figure out, is it a person, place, or thing? Unusual plants and animals live in this part of the world. Okay, unusual, is that a person, place, or thing? Or an idea? Well, no. Now, you could argue that's an idea. Unusual is an idea. But notice how it's describing plants. Plants is a thing. In this case, unusual is an adjective. And, is that a person, place, or thing? No. Animals, is that a person, place, or thing? Yes, that's a thing. That's a noun. Live, is that a person, place, or thing? No, in fact, live is a verb. We can do that. That's an action. In, is that a person, place, or thing? No. This, is that a person, place, or thing? No. Part, is that a person, place, or thing, or an idea? This is a little tricky, but yes, part is an idea. So since part is an idea, it's a noun. Of, even though it's in the circle, we're going to pretend that circle is not covering of up, because of is not a person, place, or a thing, or an idea. The is not a person, place, or a thing, or idea, but world is. World is a place. Notice how it's capitalized. It is a proper noun. Notice, besides the beginning of a sentence, because we always capitalize the beginning of a sentence, notice if a word is capitalized, chances are it's a noun. This is a trick. If a word is capitalized, there's a really, really good chance it's a noun. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. Indonesia is the only home of the orangutan. Okay, let's take a look at Indonesia. Is that a person, place, or thing? Well, it's a place, so it's a noun. Is a person, place, or thing? No. Is the a person, place, or thing? No. Only, is that a person, place, or thing, or idea? Nope. Home, is that a person, place, or thing, or idea? Home would be a place. It's a noun. Of, is that a person, place, thing, or idea? No. The, is that a person, place, thing, or idea? No. Orangutan, is that a person, place, thing, or idea? That would be a thing. That is a noun. The trick is, first of all, if it's a capitalized, unless it's at the beginning of a sentence, because we always capitalize the beginning of the sentence. If it's capitalized, chances are it's a noun. So that should throw up a red flag. Secondly, notice how I took a look at each word and I asked myself, is that a person, place, thing, or idea? If it is, it's a noun. So we're going to backtrack a little bit in the worksheet below. What we're going to do is first I want you to identify the nouns that I show you. I want you to identify them as a person, place, thing, or idea. I want you to get used to asking yourself that question each time you see a word. After that, then I want you to identify the nouns in a sentence. Now here's the important part. When you write your name on a Google form, which is what you're using right now, do not hit enter. Okay, the reason is, if you hit enter after you type your name, the Google form will think that you are done. Even if you haven't answered any other questions, if you hit enter when you type your name, the Google form will think you're finished, and that'll be it. So do not hit enter. Use your mouse and click on the next question, which is what period are you in. Second tip, when you fill in a short answer, so in other words, when I ask you to write all the nouns in this sentence, you must spell the word correctly in order to get credit on a Google form. So I'm going to show you a little trick. Let's pretend that I misspell spell. Notice how it underlines it red. All you have to do to make it correct is put your mouse over it, right click it, and choose the correct spelling. All right. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me.